Hey, what's going on to you Libras out there? So for you Libras, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and you Libras have the Hermit. So these two cards right here, these three cards right here are about how some of the people that you have met don't really live up to what it is that you want to see from somebody. So you decided to actually just leave them alone because the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, they were already starting to show you signs that they were just kind of like some other people. And I'm just seeing how a lot of you Libras are not down with that. You know, a lot of you know that when a person starts to show you signs, some real serious signs that they might be crazy, that it's pretty much time for you to bounce, because the longer you stay is the worse things are going to get over time, right? Those are going to become some serious issues in the future. So for you Libras, the Hermit represents, like I said, you decided to bounce. The Eight of Cups and the Hermit represents you decided to bounce. Some of you Libras may not have even told this person that you don't want to have anything to do with them anymore. Some of you Libras just probably just bounced, and that was the end of it. You just decided to actually leave them alone. Now, why that's important in the first place is because the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Wands is all about how you Libras have to, a lot of you Libras are in a situation where you're starting to see it for what it is. You're starting to see a lot of other people, honestly, as being fake. So because you Libras are starting to see a lot of other people as being fake, just the, just the celebrity act. You interact with somebody, they telling you about where they can't, where you can't take them, what you can't do. And it's like, you don't even know these people like that. You just begun to know them. You just exchanged numbers, or they just texted you. And then now all of a sudden they're already, in your life trying to tell you what to do. So a lot of you Libras are starting to really see it, that like you're really starting to see it for what it is, that honestly speaking, you got a lot of real insecure people out here who don't really know how to date, who are really out of practice with it, if they've ever had practice at all, because their whole life they've been spending it under this archetype. Like, how like how some people talk about they on some Beyonce stuff, so they act the way that they think Beyonce would act, right? So now you have, so who that person actually is may not actually be that way, right? As far as if they were to get to know themselves, but they're so caught up with the Beyonce, and I'm not blaming Beyonce. I'm talking about the archetype. I'm talking about the site. Like, how like when you get something into your subconscious so much to the point where you start to want to be that, right? And that happens with anything, like anime, right? That's where it is that you get cosplay from, right? Like in anime, you'll have people who will dress up like Sasuke or Naruto or Inuyasha or something like that, right? Because that cartoon character is so much in their head to the point where they start envisioning themselves as that person. So they start moving as that person. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what it be. Why it is that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you Libras are seeing the vanity, right? Like the people really are in tune with like social media, the award shows, the VMAs, and again, I'm not bashing these award shows. I'm using those award shows as the example. I personally am unemotional. I don't care about them one way or the other. To me, those award shows don't really exist. But at the same time, I'm talking about it like people take these type of celebrity personality traits on, and they viewed it, they watched it so much that that's how now they move in real life. So like you Libras are seeing it, how it is that you Libras, y'all know how to socialize with people. Of course, y'all are air signs, but you Libras, y'all got swag, but it's a swag that you Libras know it's something about you that's genuine. It's not something that especially if you've been over here. This is a swag that you Libras know is genuine. So it's not like swag jacking. It's not like, you know, you Libras hanging out with some people and then you took that person's swag and jacked it, right? I'm on some New York stuff. That's how you know I'm from New York. But jacked it or bit off of it or was biting off of it. And then now they take that, and then now it's like, oh, okay, right? You take that, and then now that you're fronting like that person. You're becoming them when they're not around. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like when you approach people, you approach people, the Hierophant, the Tower, the Six of Wands. You Libras know how to socialize. Y'all know how to get out. Y'all know how to talk to people and get to know people. It's part of the package of being an air sign, right? You will more than likely know how to socialize and talk to people and get through to them and stuff like this, right? But at the same time, you Libras also realize that a lot of people are putting on an act. They are assuming an identity that's not theirs, right? So why all of this stuff matters is because the Hierophant and the Tower. A lot of you Libras see how corny that is, and that assuming or this absorption of a person's personality into another person is partially what breaks up the relationship. Because I guarantee you, Libras, these people that you are getting to know, they did not learn how to be terrible because that's who they truly are, more than likely. They learned how to be they learned how to be terrible, and they learned how to be uncoachable and hard to interact with and hard to engage with from social media, hanging out with goofy goobers and stuff like this. Because you have people who are built like that, who embody that, who become being bad, right? And it's not an act, it's who they actually are. That's a part of who they are. You dig what I'm saying? And then you have people who are trying to become that as best as they possibly could. And like you can tell that they still haven't reached that point where it's become who they are. So it looks corny. So the Six of Wands represents here, you know, a lot of you Libras are just not built for that. Like all of that nonsense, you know, you approach somebody and then like you think you going somewhere with them, and then it's like they had this personality about them where they're acting like I said, like a programming, like they're acting like a sitcom, like they're, you know what I'm saying, Libra, like they're moving like a celebrity would move, you know? And if you don't believe me, pay attention to the quality of the people that we have out here. These will be people who literally move like they have assumed the identity spiritually of their favorite celebrity. So they will like think, they will walk and think and move the way that they see the celebrity move on camera. That's where the vanity is coming from. This is where the cognitive dissonance, the lack of mindfulness, it's all about me, I've got to ignore you, the selfishness, it's all about me, I don't know how to be relatable, I can't talk to you Libras. That's where it's coming from. That's part of, not totally, but that's part of where it is that it's coming from. So now the Death card and the Seven of Swords represents, so when you Libras see somebody moving like this, right, because you just stopped talking to somebody for that very same reason, you Libras are onto something. Y'all are onto something serious. A lot of you Libras really are onto something. This is just another cue or another chance for you Libras to really leave. Because if a person is that dysfunctional, they're not going to get better as time go on. They're going to like you know how like people who deal with like I don't even want to say it, but like people who have like these split personalities, they'll have something called alters, right? Where an alter is like a ritual in their head, like an archetype, I can't even, the video gonna be too long, but like they have like an archetype in their head, this personality, this cult of personality that they have learned to adopt and foster, and it's become a part of themselves, as to where they don't even really know who they want to be, because they're picking from archetypes that other people have, as opposed to figuring out who they actually are. So it's obvious that you Libras are going to look at things like things are a little bit weird, because you Libras seeing what it is I'm talking about. You're seeing how like the more down to earth and real you Libras are, is the more you Libras are starting to understand that there's something really strange going on here. People are not really other people's personalities are in another person's body. You understand what I'm saying? So let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Like you'll have a bunch of people in New York or whatnot, these hood people, these people who act like they gangster or whatever. A lot of them talk, and a lot of them act like they mobsters. And it's like, you Puerto Rican, you're not even Italian. The Two of Cups, the Nine of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and then you have the King of Cups to clarify the Seven of Swords. The Two of Cups and the Nine of Wands represents how, real talk, like they're delusional, because the Nine of Wands represents all that's going to do is mess up your peace of mind to be with someone that acts like they're not them. So you Libras did the right thing. You know who you are. Like, people don't really understand that it's a real fight out here. It's a real spiritual warfare out here. It really is. It's a fight for your identity. Who are you? And the people who can be themselves are the people who win. And the people who get caught up, swallowed under trying to be celebrities and assuming what they think a celebrity is behind the scenes. Because real talk, like we just found out the depth of how much of a bum Drake is. We knew that Drake was a bum, but we didn't know how deep the rabbit hole went. Now that Kendrick Lamar really exposed this dude methodically, we're really getting a chance to see Drake, he talks completely differently. Dude hangs around other rappers just so that he wants to look and act like he's street. He wants to have the gangster swag. And so he's a collection plate of all of these different all of these alters, all of these personalities. So the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the King of Cups now is about how, and so this is just another reason why you Libras got to be very patient, and you got to be mindful, and you have to be very aware of how subtle things can be. A person not wanting to date you and being a jerk is not something that is healthy. It may be normal because that's what a lot of people are doing because it's trendy, but it's not healthy. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. There's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website where there's all the ways to get a personal reading from me. And if you don't want to do all of that, you can contact me at Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com.